Hi, welcome to Jackalope Mystery. I've got a little trick here with 4 cards, 4 of a kind. You can use any 4 of a kind. I just happen to have ace here with me. It doesn't really matter what cards you use. And I just show that you got 4 cards. And this trick right here is try to turn a card over every time you go through the deck. So the easiest way to turn over a card is, like, say you got a card there, just turn the deck over and you turn over cards. But that's too easy. We'll put that back over. So we're gonna click the deck, and there's a card that turned over. Click the deck again. There's a card that turned over. Click the deck again. There's a card that turned over. This time we'll see if we can get the cards straight again. There we go, they're all down. One more time, let's look for the 8 of spades this time. There it is. Okay. And then I go from here, I mix the cards up one more time, turn over a card, have the 8 of diamonds. I'm going to give that to the person I have here, have them put it in their hand. Okay. Mix the cards up again. This time we got 8 of hearts. Have them put that in their hand. Wave the cards over their hand. Snap your fingers and tell them, well, I just made the 8 of hearts go down below the 8 of diamonds. What do you think of that? And let them look at their cards, and if they turn their cards over, they got the black 8s. I still have the red 8s. Okay? Then I'm here in the Philippines, so I'll do that one more time for them. Mix them up a little bit. Got the 8 of clubs. Give them the 8 of clubs. Give them the 8 of spades. So now you got the 8 of spades and the 8 of clubs. Snap my fingers. 8 of spades is on the bottom. 8 of clubs and hot. What do you think of that? Well, you see that 8 of spades is on the bottom. You still have the red cards. Okay. Now that's a very simple trick. I've showed that before with other cards, and it's something you can do. Say someone hands you a deck of cards and says, you know, they know you can do a couple tricks, and let's see a trick. Well, go through the cards and pull out 4 of a kind, any kind. I really like queens and kings usually for my tricks if I can get them. But whatever you find in the deck, grab 4 of a kind. And this is a tutorial here. I'll show you here at the end here. I put them in this order here: Jack of clubs, or 8 of clubs, 8 of hearts, 8 of spades, 8 of diamonds. Turn them over, and then say I bring the cards out, and I'll just show them. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Then I'm going to do an Elmsley count. Or actually, I'm not going to do an Elmsley count. I'm going to do a triple lift. Turn over the 8 of spades. Got 3 cards here. All I'm doing is with my palm and my thumb, I'm pushing over 3 cards, and just grab them from the side and just turning them over. I say the easiest way to turn over a card every time is just to turn it over. I said that's too easy, we won't do it that way. So we'll take the 8 of spades, turn it back facing the other way, and turn the deck over. Now I'm going to do an Elmsley count, which is take 1 card off, slide 2 cards over, put the first card behind everything, take the other 2 cards off. So this would be the second card, third card, fourth card. Looks like you did 4, shuffle through 4 cards. Okay? I'll do the Elmsley count for you when we're all done here. snap the cards a little bit. This time the 8 of clubs comes up. Put the last card on the bottom this time. Do a triple lift again. So you got 3 cards here. Do a triple lift, turn them all over. Snap the cards. Do another Elmsley count. Now the 8 of diamonds is up. 1, 2, 3, and put the last card on the bottom. Put the top card below that, and then just turn the 8 of diamonds over. Just do it all nice and smooth, and no one will think anything of it. And I say I'm going to try to line the cards up this time again. So I'm just going to do an Elmsley count. Now all the cards are even. Turn it around, snap again. This time the 8 of spades comes up, put the last card on the bottom. And then just turn the card over, and so that was pretty interesting. Now you can. What I usually do is I just do another Elmsley count and just go 1, 2, 3, 4 cards like that. And I'm going to do a triple lift. Take 3 cards over. Show I got 8 of diamonds. Turn it back over. Put that top card down on the table, or put it in their hand. It's even better. Do another Elmsley count. Shuffle them up a little bit. This time do a double lift and push over 2 cards. Push over 2 cards. Okay, turn it back over. Take the top card up, put it right in their hand. So now you got the 8 of hearts and the 8 of diamonds. You tell them, snap your fingers, whatever. Tell them I just made the 8 of diamonds come on top and the 8 of hearts go on the bottom. What do you think of that? Let them look at their cards, and they'll be amazed because the 2 black cards are there, and say, I got the 2 red cards. Pick up the 2 black cards, put them between the 2 red cards, turn the cards over, and do a Elmsley count again. Do a triple lift. This time you got 8 of clubs. Give them the 8 of clubs. Do an Elmsley count. Do a double lift. Got the 8 of spades. Take it right off the top. Put it in their hand. And again, you can say, snap your fingers. Now the 8 of spades on the bottom, 8 of clubs on the top. What do you think? And you say, there it is. 8 of spades on the bottom, 8 of clubs on top. And they'll look like they won't believe you did that. So that's all there is to that. It's very simple. Just kind of an extra trick you can throw in your bag, and just I practice it once in a while. I probably do this trick once a day. I just leave the cards sitting by my computer, and I'm uploading something or compiling something or whatever. I just pick the cards up and I just run through the trick over and over again. You'll find that, I don't know about you guys, but I find that I can do the tricks seamlessly at the house by myself, and when I get in front of people to do them, for some reason I hesitate in my head on how some of the tricks go. And you want to stay real smooth with what you're doing. I was going to show you the Elmsley count too. Let's say the Elmsley count here is whatever card's in the 3rd spot disappears, basically. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the cards in a pinch grip right here on the left side, like this. You're going to take the top card off a little bit. As you do that, I just keep my finger here. I'm just going to slide the next 2 cards over a little bit. I'm going to take the top card off, and just a nice swinging move, and just slide it on the bottom. Grab the next card, two cards off at a time. It looks like 1 card. And just put it below there, and take the one off the top, and then the next one on top. So it looks like you counted 4 cards. What you're trying to make it look like is this. You're trying to make it look like this. I can't even. You're trying to make it look like that, basically. Okay. But as you notice, the other card was gone. So you take 1 off, slide 2 over, put it in the back. Take the 2, which would be card number 2, card number 3, and card number 4. And as you can see, the one that was in the 3rd spot gets lost. You want to get it so that you can do that. So it looks just like that. So it looks just like that. So it looks smooth. Okay, so now it's in the third spot. And sometimes your cards will come apart a little bit where they won't be perfectly right there. You can't see a seam there, but sometimes you'll see a little seam. Don't even worry about that, because first off, people don't know what to look at. They see you moving the cards. Don't put them 6 inches away from their face. Stay 2 feet away from them, and no one will ever see that. But the Elmsley count is a good thing to know, because there's many tricks that use that, and it's just a handy way to move some cards around. And you can do it. You don't have to do just one card here. You can have 5 cards in this third spot and do the same exact thing. You slide. You take the top card off, and then as you're taking it off with your finger here, you slide. This time I'm sliding 2 over, but you could slide 5 cards over, 6 cards over, whatever you want, and you keep your cards pointed down a little bit. You take the 1 off, put it here. Take the group off, put it below 3, 4, and as long as the cards are pointing down a little bit, so they can't see the end of them, so they can't see that there's 4 cards there that you're taking over in that second pass, they'll never know it. And there's a few tricks that use that. I don't use it in any of my tricks. I do one trick where I think at the very beginning, 3 cards. I think 3 cards go across at one time, something like that. But, just something to think about. Real simple trick. I just put out the same trick. In fact, both of these same tricks on a couple other tutorials, but not in this context. This is just something you do. Say someone hands you some cards, and you can just, if you can get a 4 of a kind out of it, take it out. You can do a quick trick. You know, something like that. Another trick you can do with the 4 cards, with four of a kind, doesn't matter what kind you have, is put a red on top, 2 black ones, and another red one. And when you take them out of the deck, put them on top of the deck. Leave a little bitty space in between here and the other cards. And as long as you keep it tipped down, they can't see that. And then you take the top card out and show them it's the 8 of diamonds, the 8 of hearts, or I like to do with aces, with the ace of hearts. Give it to them, tell them to hold it like this. See, that's in their hand. And then pick up the 3 cards at once and show them the next card is the ace of hearts, 8 of hearts. And take it right off the top, give it to them, put it in their hand, take this one back away from them, and ask them what card I take away. Don't look at the cards, and they'll say the 8 of diamonds, whatever, and you turn it over and you show them, yeah, the 8 of diamonds. As you show them, you just do that, and you put it back here, and then you just take the next card off, and you say, okay, well, now I got the 8 of diamonds on top and the 8 of hearts on the bottom. I'm going to snap my fingers, now the 8 of hearts is on top and the 8 of diamonds is back on the bottom again. What do you think of that? And they go to look at the cards, other hands, and they got the 2 black cards. You don't show them you have the 2 red cards. And then, again, you can go from there to another trick, or I like the trick I like. Sometimes I'll take the top 4 cards off, which I already know are 8s or whatever they are, and put them in this order, and then I'll just do the tricks that I just showed you. The secret to the tricks, to me, is practice a lot. And what I do, I don't mean to drag this on, guys, but what I do is I have a deck of cards, and I have 5 tricks set up in the deck of cards. And I take them out, and I make sure I cut the cards a couple times to show that they're slightly mixed up. And then I do a trick. Then I cut the cards again, do another trick, cut the cards, do another trick. Sometimes I cut the cards in the middle of the trick, just to make it look like you're doing stuff. And then you have that in your deck like that. I have a deck in my car. I have a deck in the bag that I carry. I have a deck in the house. I have a deck that if I go to a party, I usually put a deck in my pocket. But all the decks are set up exactly the same, with the same card tricks, the same order, everything, so that it's just, you know what you're going to do. Because again, for me, when I get in a crowd of people to do a trick, it's easy for me to slip up for a second. And once you screw up for a second, it throws your whole rhythm off, and it's kind of frustrating. But then I also have another little card pack, a little I carry mine in a passport case now, and I have another 5 or 6 tricks in there, and those are all 3 and 4 card packet tricks, and I'll bring those out if somebody wants to see some more tricks. But I don't do tricks. I don't just go to a party to do tricks. But if I'm sitting there talking to somebody and somebody mentions something or whatever, or it comes up in conversation somehow here and there, and then I'll say, just a second, let me go get a deck of cards, and I'll walk over to my shoulder bag or out to the car or whatever, and grab the deck of cards and come back. And usually you have 4 or 5 people sitting around a table, and you show them a couple of tricks. And again, if you get fairly good at your tricks, your movement's very fluid, and people stare at the cards and they try to figure out what your tricks are doing. And especially with the tricks I have, for how simple the tricks are, you don't see how they're done if you're watching them. It's almost impossible. That's what's cool about a good card trick. It's very simple for the guy to do it, so you can't screw it up. And it's either so simple or so smooth that the spectator, especially if you get some jerk that's just sitting there staring at the cards, he can't figure it out. And a lot of times I'll see people staring at the cards, and I'll just stop for a minute, and I'll say, I don't want to tell you guys what to do, and I'll show you some more tricks, and I'll show you the trick after I'm done. I'll show you how to do the trick after I'm done. But if you're standing there staring at the cards, trying to figure out how the trick's done, you're not seeing the card trick, and you're not enjoying the trick, and you're wasting your time, and you're wasting my time. And sometimes I'll say that, and then I'll do another trick. If the same guy's still staring at the tricks, I'll just put my cards away and say, I had enough, I guess, and I'll see you guys later or whatever. But that's my 2 cents on tricks, guys. That's the easy card trick presentation. If someone asks you to do a trick and you have a deck of cards there, take 4 of a kind out. You can do 2 easy tricks like that, and in fact you can do the 3rd trick there if you want to, that I just kind of showed you. And it's very, very entertaining and simple for me to do. I like it. And what I like best about the card tricks is you get people to smile. Everybody likes being fooled, and some people don't, but almost everybody likes being fooled. And sometimes they get frustrated. Some of my tricks I can do 2 and 3 times in a row right in front of them. You should never do a trick more than once, but a lot of times I'll do the same trick 3 times in a row for them, and they still can't figure out how it is. And then I say, here, toss them the cards and let them look at the cards, and they'll look at the cards and they'll see the cards, but it doesn't help them because they have no idea what. Say you have 2 red cards and a black card, and you're showing that you got a black card. Take the black card, put it on the bottom, turn it over. Black card's in the middle. Put it on the bottom. Black card's in the middle. So you've already seen that. Put it on the bottom. Black card's still there on the top. And tell them, I got 3 black cards. You're probably right, because I got 1, 2, 3 black cards. And if you do that halfway fast, and you say every time I do that, the problem is they turn into red cards. red cards, and put them down. Usually it'd be two jacks or two jokers or two blank cards, whatever. But you show them that, and they just don't get it. You can see, I've got 1, 2, 3 red cards, and I've only got 1, 2, 3 cards. And they said, where'd the black card go? And I said, well, the black card's always on top. Turn it over and put it away, or add another card in, do the same basic thing with 4 cards. But it's just something to think about, guys. I get a kick out of it because, especially with where I'm at, you got a lot of people from the mountains and from islands and stuff that have never had any exposure to tricks, and they really appreciate it because they have no idea what you're doing, and they're trying to follow it, but they can't understand how can you possibly be doing that. And a lot of times I'll show people how the tricks are done. I'll show them. I'll hand them the cards like that, and I should look at the cards and say, okay, you got two red ones and a black one, and then, like I say, yeah, and I said, I got a black one. Put it down here. I got another black one. Put it down here, and I got another black one. And they just saw 2 seconds ago. They saw 3 red cards, and they just don't understand what you're doing because you're not really doing anything. But they just don't. It's kind of frustrating to them. But at the same time, you have 3 or 4 Filipinos that are doing it, and they're all laughing because they're all being fooled, and they're all having a good time. So take care, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. No more. Go out, have some fun. Watch your 6 really close. Be careful what you're doing. Be extra safe, and have a great time, guys. Thanks for watching.